Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, today we will study about general science, chapter number 5, separation of substances. In this chapter, we will study about the different methods of separation of different substances from each other. So in this chapter, we will study about hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, evaporation, and condensation. You know, we need at different times we need to separate some substances from the other. We also separate the unwanted substances from the wanted substances to get the required materials safe. So in this chapter we will study about in this topic methods of separation of substances. We will first study some simple methods of separation of substances when these are mixed together. And first of all, first method is hand picking. And in hand picking, we use our hands to separate different substances when they are mixed together. Suppose we get some grains from the market, or we usually get rice from the market. When we bring it home, we take it out in a plate or in another container. Then we see it and search in it with the help of our hand to see some unwanted substances present in it. There is a difference in color and the substances which are useful and which are unwanted, and we use our hand to pick the unwanted materials and throw them away to purify the substance which is useful to us. Such method in situation, this hand picking is a convenient method of separation of substances. So this is a usual method for separation of substances, especially when the unwanted substances are different from the useful substances, and that also must be larger substances. Then we use the hand picking method, and also both the substances should be in solid state. Second method is threshing. You have seen the bundles of wheat or paddy stalks lying in the fields after harvesting the crop. Stalks are then dried in the sun before the grain is separated from them. Each stalk has many grain seeds attached to it. So we thresh the paddy stalks or wheat stalks on some hard substances to get the grains from it, to get the paddy, rice, or this wheat from these stalks, and separate it separate both the substances separately. Then we use the grain separately, and we use the stalks separately, and this is called as threshing. This process that is used to separate grains from stalks is called as threshing. Then stalks are beaten to free the grain seeds. Sometimes threshing is done with the help of blocks also. Machines are also used to thresh large quantities of grain. Another method of separating substances is winnowing. What happens in winnowing, how we separate the substances, different substances which are mixed together. We take the mixture to the open ground and stand on a raised platform. We put the mixture in a plate or a sheet of paper. Here we have the difference in the components of this mixture is the one is light and one is heavier. One is light and one is heavier. And then we hold the plate or the sheet of paper containing the mixture at our shoulder side. Then slightly we lose it to slide it down. Then what happens when it is going down? The heavier particles in the mixture steadily, slowly go down, reach the ground. But the lighter component that blows away. Wind manages to separate the two components here. Wind blows it away from the another support. This method of separating components of a mixture is called as winnowing. This is used to, as I already told you, this is used to separate heavier and lighter components of a mixture by wind or by blowing air. We can also use a fan to blow the air that time. This method is commonly used by farmers to separate lighter husk particles from heavier seeds of grain. The husk particles are carried away by the wind. The seeds of grain get separated and form a heap near the platform of winnowing. So the separated husk is used for many other purposes, while as the grain is used for food. Another type of this is their separation of separating substances. This is sieving. Sometimes we may wish to prepare a dish with flour. We need to remove impurities and brown that may be present in the flour. What do? We use a sieve or pour the flour into it. Sieving allows the fine flour particles to pass through the holes of the sieve, while bigger impurities remain in the sieve. Yet is one گر چھانُن یِتھ کٔنۍ مٔمی اوٹ چھانان چھِ تمہِ پَتہٕ چھِ أسۍ یہِ اوٹ اِستعمال کران کَتھ منٛز یہِ ہسا یہِ ژوٚٹ بَناونَس منٛز یہِ اَتھ پَرنَس منٛز روزان چھِ یہِ ژھۄٹھ وۄٹھ سُہ چھِ أسۍ ژھٕنان دٲرِتھ. In flour mills, impurities like husk and stones are removed from the wheat before grinding it, and the bag full of wheat is poured on a slanting sieve. Then the flour goes down through the pores, and this husk and other bigger particles are separated on the sieve plate, slanting sieve. So this was about a few methods of this separation of substances. We will also study about the sedimentation, decantation, and filtration in the next class. Till then, thank you.